It was the night of May 31, 2009. Air France Flight 447 was ready to depart from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, heading towards Paris, France. On board minus 228 people, passengers sleeping, chatting, and dreaming about reaching home. At 10:29 p.m., the Airbus A330 took off into the dark sky. For the first few hours, everything was normal, calm and peaceful, but high above the Atlantic Ocean, something invisible was waiting. At 10 a.m., the aircraft entered a massive thunderstorm. Rain, lightning, and clouds so thick that radar couldn't see through. The pilot switched on autopilot, trusting the technology, but within minutes, everything began to go wrong. Ice crystals started forming on the plane's speed sensors, known as pitot tubes. The sensors froze and stopped sending correct speed data. Suddenly, alarms began to scream inside the cockpit. Stall? Stall. The warning shouted again and again. The pilots were confused. They couldn't tell how fast they were going, or if the plane was climbing or falling. In the chaos, they pulled the controls upward, thinking they were too low. But that mistake sealed their fate. The plane began to lose lift. Altitude dropped rapidly, from 38,000 feet to 30,000, then 20,000. Passengers felt the aircraft shaking violently. Some were praying, others crying. At 2:14 a.m., just for minutes after the first alarm, Flight 447 vanished from radar. No one knew what happened. For days, search teams scanned the ocean, until finally, debris was found floating in the Atlantic. Months later, investigators recovered the black boxes from the ocean floor to 13,000 feet below. The truth was revealed. A small technical failure had turned into one of the worst air disasters in history. The plane never broke apart mid-air. It slowly fell, nose up, into the ocean, taking every soul on board with it. 228 lives gone, no survivors. Experts learned a hard lesson that day. Even the most advanced technology can fail, and one small error in judgment can change everything. Today, every time a plane crosses the Atlantic, it flies safer because of what was learned from Flight 447. But for the families who lost loved ones that night, the sky will never be the same again.